A tragedy is a dramatic work that depicts a serious and important story. It often ends sadly, with the downfall of the main character, usually a noble or high-ranking individual, due to a flaw or challenging situation. The tragedy aims to invoke pity and fear, leading to reflection on the human condition. Dramatic irony occurs when the audience or reader knows something that the character in the story does not, creating suspense or humor due to the audience's awareness of a situation that the character is unaware of. These are two writing styles that I have always found interesting. There's something in a Greek-style tragedy that has always helped remind me that I am mortal. There are few video games that truly embody these features of storytelling better than Halo Reach. Hello there, I am the Archangel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, thank you for pushing me to that 1K mark. I love you all. I know you're waiting for the Red Dead Redemption video. Keep an eye out and I will be streaming it either on here or on Twitch. In this video, I will be playing one of my favorite games of all time, Halo Reach. I played on the Steam's Master Chief Collection. This isn't my favorite version, but it does the job. To help bring back some of that nostalgia, I was lucky enough to get my longest running player 2 to join me for this playthrough, my younger sister, and this led to some typical shenanigans.
Move, Lieutenant. Put that Corvette on a refueling track to the supercarrier.
We will be playing as casual players, and I will be discussing gameplay, mechanics, music, and most of the story. There will also be some news probably around the 20-minute mark, so keep an eye out. This is a spoiler warning for Halo Reach. Reach is a first-person shooter from 2010, developed by Bungie and published by Microsoft. After Halo 3, the Bungie team was split into two, one for Reach, one for ODST, another game that I would like to get to eventually. The team wanted this game to be character-driven, which was a challenge since up to this point, Spartans have been mostly the strong, silent, brooding type. There was also a lot of push to have the option for a female protagonist option. In the beginning, the team had thought to just port updated Halo 3 assets, but they soon realized that it wouldn't be much extra work just to redesign the engine and produce an overall better looking game. They also went out of their way to make an in-house motion capture studio. All of this made Reach look so much better that the assault rifle has more polygons than the entire Halo 3 Marine did. The team also took the opportunity to redesign the Covenant, using concept art from Combat Evolved. Reach was announced in June of 2009 at E3. They announced shortly after that those who bought ODST would have access to Reach's multiplayer beta. 2.7 million people played the beta from May 3rd to the 20th. The marketing for this game was also just amazing and had a huge budget, surpassing Halo's 3 staggering 6.5 million. These included a few live-action shorts and other online videos. I remember watching these as a kid, hoping we'd get a live-action movie or show, and, I mean, we did, eventually, I guess. Reach was released September 14th, 2010. This game is a cinematic masterpiece, and there are very few things in this world that can make me feel the way the soundtrack to a Halo game can. After this glimpse of a ravaged world, we begin to follow Noble 6, who we will be taking control of for this game. I will be playing as the default 6, but you can customize your armor and play the story, making 6 your own. 6 walks into a forward operating base, overhearing 2 men speaking about a downed relay and some missing fire teams. Intel thinks that it's insurrectionists.
Responded with trooper fire teams, which have since been declared MIA.
And now you're sending us.
The Office of Naval Intelligence believes deployment of a Spartan team is a gross misallocation of valuable resources. I disagree.
Commander.
So that's our new number 6.
Cat, you read his file?
Only the parts that weren't covered in black ink.
Noble team is being sent to check it out. Carter, A259, or just Carter, is our team lead, with the call sign Noble 1. Tells us that he's happy to have us here and our skill set.
Lieutenant, you're stepping into some shoes the rest of the squad would rather leave unfilled. Me, I'm just happy to have Noble back up to full strength. Just one thing, I've seen your file, even the parts the Oni sensors didn't want me to. I'm glad to have your skill set. But we're a team. That lone wolf stuff stays behind. Clear?
Got it, sir.
So to start, the original Noble 6, or Thum A293, sacrificed himself blowing up a Covenant ship. This is shown in one of the live-action trailers, Deliver Hope. This atmosphere of sacrifice and loss has been building up in the trailers way before the game. The Spartan we are controlling, the new 6, or designation Spartan B312, who is a Mark III Spartan. And as Carter put it, he's a lone wolf. B312 was an assassin, taking out entire cells of insurrectionists alone, making their commander's problems disappear, and being a part of secret training projects and counterinsurgency, some going as far to call him a Grim Reaper. B312 is the only Spartan other than Master Chief to have the hyper-lethal rating. 6 is also voiced by Philip Rodriguez. He has quite a few credits, but as far as my favorite is Jetstream's Sam from Metal Gear Solid Rising. But he also is heard in Saints Row, a bunch of the Call of Duty games, Dragon Age Origins, and a lot more. Carter pointing out 6's lone wolf status, I feel like he's actually talking directly to the player. In nearly every game up to this point, that's precisely what you are. A walking tank that survives anything and everything as Master Chief. But here you have a team to back you up. Even in ODST, you spent most of the game alone. Anyway, we are dropped off in the area of operation. This area is a nice little tutorial with on-screen prompts. I ended up changing a few of my settings, but the biggest thing I feel like needs to be pointed out that this is the first time a Halo has a sprint. Kat points out that there is no explosion residue, and Emil points out that it looks more like plasma. The feeling of the game is somehow more suspenseful than I'm used to in a Halo, and the music plays a big part of this, along with just music and your footsteps. This feels like it's building up the atmosphere that something isn't quite right here. I also took a moment just to look over the world. Just looking out there, I feel like I could run to these mountains if I wanted to. Jen spots some heat signatures in a nearby building, where some farmers are hiding. George takes point here. There was some fighting in the night, and something killed their son. Once again, the team is focusing on the word something as odd. We move through the buildings and find the Lost Fire team, dead, with signs that they had been tortured and interrogated. Our motion sensors begin to go crazy, but Jun sees nothing on the thermal. All still building the "there's something very wrong here" vibe, when we are ambushed by the Covenant, which leads to a firefight. Pushing through the alien forces, Carter has the team split. We get our tutorial on vehicles. The handling of vehicles in this game are really good and intuitive. I also like that the first vehicle is a civilian farm truck, so no mounted gunner seat. We luckily have George though, who wastes no time hopping up there using his mobile minigun. While searching the area, Noble Team intercepts a distress call from some troopers. Upon arriving at the troopers' location, the Covenant begins to throw troops at the held position. After the enemies were cut down, Noble Team hops on a bird to head out to meet Kat, Noble 2, at the relay facility. Kat is probably my least favorite Noble Team member. Catherine B320 is a Mark III Spartan. She is the hacking and security specialist on Noble Team. Security skills are actually fairly uncommon among Spartans, which made Kat special. With these tech skills, she was able to help Noble Team bypass their armor limitations. She is the mind behind the armor abilities found in the game. Kat is one of 2 of the surviving members of the original Noble Team, along with Carter, Noble 1. She also has 1 prosthetic arm. She lost this the same day they lost Thom, which, if just a fun attention to detail, since, she has 2 arms in the Deliver Hope video. Or maybe it was just a miscommunication between the people making the game and the people making the trailer. I mean, it doesn't matter. I remember being so excited when I first unlocked this in the customization. Kat is voiced by Alana Tall. The Covenant is already here. Kat is trying to open doors, so we hold off the incoming waves. During this fight, I get my first chance to use the new, for this game, assassination animation. These are fun, stylish ways to kill opponents. They always look so smooth and clean. Getting one of these off in a multiplayer game was always so much fun. Once inside the station, we find a dead scientist and a wounded trooper.
Where's the rest of your unit?
We got split. I don't think they... It sounded bad on the comms.
I can't...
It's all right.
Get
We're
in
not gonna
there!
hurt you.
You're in there!
George.
I got her. Keep still, and I'll release you.
What's the status? Over!
We've been engaged! Bad guy coming out!
Tango Group has permission to pursue.
Negative, 4, stay on the entrance. 2, handle her. 5 and 6, clear the hole.
George 052, or Noble 5, is a second-generation Spartan. This makes him the oldest member of Noble Team. He has fought for over 30 years as a Spartan. He is the team's heavy weapons specialist, and damn if he isn't a walking tank. Standing a hulking 7'4", using a modified minigun. Maybe it's because of his age, or because Reach is his home planet, but he shows much more respect and empathy towards civilians than other Noble Team members. George takes point on chasing the elite zealots, even suggesting that we get behind him. These elites are much more beefy than anything we've run into yet, giving that feeling of them having better equipment, or better training, that they are important. One of them even wielding an energy sword. We neutralize the targets and report back to Carter. Kat has been able to get a comm link up. Carter then reports in to Holland.
Signal. It's patchy, but it's there.
I'll take it.
Let's not touch anything. We wouldn't want to ground this place.
Barely getting you. What's your situation? Over?
Colonel, this is Noble 1. There are no rebels. The Covenant are on Reach. Acknowledge?
Come again, Noble One. Did you say Covenant?
Affirmative. It's the winter contingency.
May God help us all.
The Winter Contingency is an official UNSC emergency plan that deals with situations where Covenant forces have become aware or are invading a human colony. Carter A259, or Noble 1, is a born leader. He was noticed for his charisma and being able to inspire confidence in others early in his training. Because of this, he has led many special fire teams, even so far as being the lead of a team that was put together to help secure UNSC support for the Spartan program. Carter could be described as the flagship for the program, a perfect Spartan. Carter is actually one of the few highly ranked Spartans, being a commander. Most other Spartans have the power of around a lieutenant. Carter even technically outranks John 117, John being an enlisted officer at Master Chief. Carter is voiced by Freddie Bosch. Noble Team is being sent to Sword Base. The team is simply told that the operations here are important, and because of that, we can't shell the hell out of it to get rid of the invading forces.
Spartans, hostiles north.
Lighten you up!
I didn't.
How did you die so fast?
Did you kill me?
What?
I didn't know who was shooting me. I think you killed me.
I freaking unloaded an entire assault rifle into your ass. The nonsense begins. Right away, I remember being able to jump in the forklift, so I did that and pretended to be at my day job. I have no idea why Bungie decided to let us drive the forklift, but it was definitely the right choice. Shortly after, we get to load up on some gear and equipment. Equipment is new for this game, at least the way they handle it is. In Halo 3, you could pick up equipment like the grav lift, bubble shield, or landmine. In Reach, they are armor modifications. Throughout the campaign, we will find active camo, making you invisible for 15 seconds, armor lock, which overcharges your shields, making you unable to move, but invulnerable, drop shields, just bubble shields that heal you, evade, where you can roll in any direction, holograms, jetpacks, and the default sprint. These allow you to change playstyles and tactics. I really like their inclusion here. One of the most frustrating things for me is that Spartans were supposed to have superhuman speed and strength, and it took almost a decade for one of them to be able to sprint or roll in a game. Fuck, Gears of War came out 4 years before this, and those fuckers were rolling all over the place. Speaking of Gears of War, one of the weapons we pick up is just a Halo version of the Hammer of Dawn. A Warthog is dropped off for us, and we head up the coast to clear out AA guns and to reset up comms with Command. Before we could reach either of those, though, I decided to play one of my favorite pranks, and I got us cut in a checkpoint death loop because of it.
Oh my god!
Autosaves are notorious for this kind of death loop. Luckily, it was more funny than frustrating, and eventually the game did show us some mercy and spawn us a little bit further back. We get the comms back and blow up the anti-air guns, then head back to Sword Base to help propel a second Covenant force, who have made it inside the base proper. Right away we run into some hunters. Being dumb, I tried to assassinate one. Yeah, didn't start doing that until Halo 4. I noticed that after killing one, the other didn't appear to go berserk. So hunters travel in packs of 2 generally. I remember in the older games they used to go berserk whenever you killed one. Hunter pairs were often mates, so they would rightfully be pissed off when you killed one. Seems like an odd choice to move away from that lore bit, but also the amount of work that went into crafting and updating the Covenant is fantastic. Just from Halo 3 to Reach, they made everyone look so fucking terrifying. Jackals look like they would eat you, which, that's lore accurate. Grunts are more varied, which I didn't know that there's 3 different species of them, which is why they all have distinct features in different tanks. The elites... Well, the Special Forces elites that we see at the beginning of the game, they look fucking sick. And I said it before, even the Marines, soldiers? I think technically they're Army on Reach, not Marines. Never mind. Troopers from Reach are a big upgrade from Halo 3. Running into what appears to be the common room of Sword Base, we find George fighting with some troopers, and a prompt pops on screen. On the left side by the radar, there are 3 little dots with plus signs. Also, I guess they are Marines according to this pop-up. Anyway, we can recruit Marines by pressing up on the D-pad while looking at them, making your own little fire team. I kept forgetting that I was a giant super soldier of metal and they were just little flesh men, so my team died a lot. Climbing up the ramps and corridors, we find the breach that the aliens were using to get into the base. I blow up a few enemy aircrafts, but one gets away. Never mind. They got it. After watching the fireworks, Carter calls us down to the science wing.
Sounded like you said Halsey.
I did.
Copy that, on our way. Don't need command to tell me. Been on hers half my life.
George has some familiarity with Dr. Halsey, which would make sense since how Spartan 2s were often abducted from their families at a young age and replaced with a defective clone that would shortly after die. Halsey was often very hands-on with her selections of 2s. Also, John 117 was a 2, meaning him and George probably met or trained together at some point.
I gave the order not to pursue. Our primary objective was to get the station's relay back online.
Your primary objective, Commander, are you a puppet or a Spartan?
Ma'am?
I love how much emotion they have Emil show even though he has a helmet on. I feel like I need to mention that the reason that the younger Spartans act so surprised by her attitude is Spartan 2s were raised and trained by Halsey, while Spartan 3 program was run by ONI, the Office of Naval Intelligence. Halsey trained her Spartans to be perfect one-man armies over years of training. Spartan 3s had a much more accelerated training process, and she spent much less time with these candidates. Sorry, I keep falling into lore rants. Halsey infers that the elites we ran into at the beginning of the game were after something that the dead scientist had found. It was the data pad that we found in the body that Kat had snagged. Kat tried to crack it, and Halsey threatens her with the brig. Weird flex, considering we're on a planetary shutdown right now, but alright.
Is classified Tier 1. I could send you to the brig for interfering with my work.
Maybe you'd like to join her.
I'm sorry?
We're currently under emergency planetary directive, winter contingency. I'm sure you're familiar with the punishment for civilian interference with the Spartan deployment.
Are you threatening me, Commander?
Just making a reading suggestion, ma'am.
Oh, and Carter with the clapback. Nice. Next, we have what feels like a mandatory night semi-stealth mission. Halo 1 had it with Truth and Reconciliation. Halo 2 had it with the first Arbiter mission, I believe, was at night. And hell, half of the ODST game was in the dark. But here we get to spend a little bit of time with June. June A266, or Noble 3, is a Spartan 3. He is the marksman and scout of Noble Team. As a side note, I've always thought that June looked elvish, so him being the ranger of the group is very fitting. June was a headhunter before joining Noble Team, being set out to assassinate insurgent leaders, giving him a different understanding of Six, in my opinion. June is voiced by Sunil Malhotra. Sunil has been in quite a bit of stuff, like voicing Kung Lao since 2019, Boomy from the Avatar. No, not the blue people. He's Gilmore in Vox Machina and other games and movies as well. June doesn't talk much, which is a shame. I really like his voice. This mission fits his character well though. We are here to do some recon on the Covenant forces. Halo has never really been a stealth game, and it has never really handled stealth in a way that I've liked. Once again, in lore, Spartans could have moved covertly in their armor, and in every game it's more big metal man, no need to hide. It's why I said semi-stealth. You get 1 or 2 shots really before shit kicks off. I guess that this is probably the closest version that we've gotten, or could get though. Adding the assassinations do help add the illusion that you could try to do a stealthy all the way through if you wanted, alongside of the active camo armor modification. Also, this mission starts on a cliff.
Man wants to know what they're hiding.
Pushing forward, we find this hulking tusked brute. This is a guta, a native animal to Reach. There are a few native animals that you can kill here on Reach, which makes the world feel more like it's a living planet instead of just an installation like Halo itself. We find some civilians fighting alien forces with stolen UNSC hardware, so we reacquire it from them. They tell us that the road leads to a gate, but the gate doesn't open, suggests we follow the riverbed. Heading up the riverbed, we find a dam that powers everything in this area, and a Covenant pylon, which is masking the area, making it a dark zone for our eyes above. We set charges to blow the fortified position and move on, trying to find out what the Covenant is hiding. Pushing through more and more opposition, we find what we are looking for.
Jackpot. Transmitting visual. You've seen this, Cat?
Confirmed. Receiving Nova 3 and Nova 6 live visual of a Covenant strike force.
It's no strike force. It's an invading army. If we're gonna smother this thing, we need to go in hard and fast.
Within 9 hours, the UNSC organized and is rallied for an assault. Also, when I was doing the times for that math, I realized that the night mission was at 26:30. First time I've noticed in 15 years that Reach is on a 27-hour day cycle. The Covenant somehow were able to sneak onto Reach and set up a forward operating base right under our noses. While driving with the convoy, the bridge is blown out. Cat jumps it, throwing us from the Warthog. When we stand up, we are holding a new gun. In Reach, there are a lot of familiar guns. Assault rifles, pistols, needlers. Most of these are iconic. But it also introduced some new ones, like the grenade launcher in our hands at the start of this mission. Sporting 20 weapons that can be found, some of the new ones are the grenade launcher. You can lob grenades with it or pull the trigger for a delayed explosion. The plasma launcher, just a Covenant grenade launcher launching sticky grenades. The needle rifle, a long-range, slower shooting version of the OG needler. A target locator. This is the Halo-fied version of the Hammer of Dawn. A concussion rifle, also a grenade launcher type weapon. A plasma repeater, which is just like the assault rifle but for the Covenant. Some weapons feel like they're just redesigned versions of other guns. In Reach we have the DMR, which is a single shot. In the past we had the battle rifle, which was a burst. The focus rifle is pretty much the beam rifle, just with a charge on it. There are also 2 types of turrets you can detach and use, the chain gun and the plasma cannon. Halo 3 had these along with a missile launcher and a flamethrower. I'm a little upset that I never found a flamethrower in Reach. I know, the Flood is why we get the flamethrower and all the Flood isn't on Reach and blah blah blah. Anyway, this counter-assault is already not going well, but nonetheless, Noble 6 has a mission to complete, and we begin taking out the anti-air guns. These are interesting just because it's not a normal run-in plant something. You have to wait for the tower to charge with this ball of light and destroy it, causing it to explode. After clearing out the Covenant AA guns, the UNSC sends in some bombers to blow shit up. Shortly after, we are informed that some other UNSC forces have discovered a high priority target, an elite zealot. Now it's time for Noble 6 to do what he does best and go hunting. After assassinating the elite zealot, we are sent to destroy another AA gun, and after that, we have a Pelican come to pick us up to fly us in closer to look at the spires. During this, somehow, what I will now be calling her Noble 7 fell, and I put her out of her misery.
That's crazy.
We get this short stint of flying in the Pelican using this mounted grenade launcher, which is just okay. I mean, it's fun, I guess. The opportunity to try out the grenade launcher a little bit more, and then we get blown out of the sky, which of course we did. At least we're here with George. I like George. We're close enough to the spire that we're told that we need to go and take down the shield so that we can have a Mac round put through it. I actually died quite a few times trying to take this spire. Noble 7, she went AFK, I guess, and I just fucking got murdered over and over again. When I finally did get to the top of the spire to help deactivate it, there's a bunch of elites up there with swords that proceeded just to fuck me again. I don't even think I had it on that hard a difficulty. Anyway, Carter's on his way with a Falcon to pick us up. He picks up George, and then we get this cool little scene where we jump off the spire right before it gets exploded. So a Mac round. Mac rounds are projectiles fired from a magnetically accelerated cannon, which is kind of similar to like the railgun from Cowboy Bebop. Except for the thing is 10 meters long and 150 tons. So when everybody hears like, oh fuck, why are we doing that in atmosphere? Normally they're from spaceship to spaceship or from surface to space. And it's just unheard of to do them in atmosphere. But by God, if it doesn't get the Covenant's attention.
No, somebody tell me this ain't happening.
UNSC frigate Grafton. Do you copy?
Grafton is dust. We need to get out of here now.
During the scene, I definitely had the saying, there's always a bigger fish in my head, along with just a sinking feeling. There's no way in hell that a ship that big getting to reach undetected can be a good thing. And knowing very well that Noble Team and 6 are the main characters, we have to go find a way to blow that damn thing up. But with all this despair, Kat has an idea.
Should arrive within 48 hours.
48 hours?
That's imminent?
That thing's crushing us and we're waiting for backup. They'll be backing up a graveyard.
All our nukes are either out system or went down with the ships that carried them. You're preaching to the converted.
How converted?
I know that look, Kat.
You can say no.
No.
You don't even want to hear it?
Fine, I'll hear it.
Remember that accident a couple years back? Colony ship en route to Cygnus, 700 dead.
Vaguely a slip space drive malfunction, right?
Actually, a certain Covenant supercarrier could, with some assistance, suffer the same unfortunate accident.
All we need is orbit-capable transport and the single most expensive piece of equipment made by man.
As a soldier in the field, I couldn't possibly have access to those kinds of resources. That said, a good place to look might be, I don't know, the nearest non-existent launch site in the non-existent Saber program dismissed by 3 administrations as preposterous rumor, and in which our newest member was certainly never a pilot.
It's scary. You know that.
All we need is a green light from Holland.
Good luck with that.
You're the one asking him.
I feel like a big part of this is kind of a cop-out. The whole, hey, it turns out that the new guy that just happens to do this thing. I don't know. I don't like Kat's character. I don't like the way she speaks. I don't like anything about her, really. The idea girl, I get it. Like, we need the technician. We need that on the team. I just don't like her. And there is actually lines in the game that if 6 goes rogue and begins killing civilians or other members of Noble Team, where she says, I knew it all along, or I never trusted you. So part of the reason I feel like I don't like her is I've always gotten that vibe from her that she doesn't trust or doesn't like 6. But perfect. So I guess we're going to space. But this plan also feels eerily similar to how they lost Tom. I mean, let's get the nuke on the alien spacecraft and blow it up. Except we're not doing a nuke. We're taking a slip space. We're taking technology, putting on there and blowing it up. I don't know, just no way this ends well, I feel like. Space is okay. Flying the spaceship is pretty intuitive. R stick moves you around. L stick and L bumper will have you perform a basic maneuver. R trigger is your gun. You can switch to missiles by pressing Y, and L trigger is a boost. I mean, it feels like space, I guess. I mean, it kind of reminds me of No Man's Skies, but No Man's Sky would come out years later. Even the enemies are just kind of, I mean, they make sense. They're shielded Covenant ships. Destroy the shields, blow them up with missiles. Really, this is just a wave-based. We're waiting for the ship to be able to give us its slip space drive. Nothing exciting. I mean, I don't know. I don't feel like this really added too much to the game. So we got the slip drive. Now, the second phase of this is to get on the Covenant ship. Easy enough. 6 and George land on the Covenant ship and clear out any hostile forces so it's clear for a Pelican to come and drop off the slip drive. 5 will stay here with the payload while 6 goes to the bridge to activate the Corvette's refueling run to the supercarrier. Simple enough. Run to the bridge, kill everything, run back. On the way back, George is attacked by Covenant forces. After clearing them out, there's been some damage done to the slip drive.
Refueling track with the Covenant supercarrier. 76 seconds to endpoint.
So, it's gonna be like mad. Well, I got good news and bad news. This bird took some fire and our thruster gimbal is toast, which means the only way off this slag heap is gravity.
And the good news?
That was the good news.
At current velocity, 53 seconds to endpoint.
Yeah. Bad news is, time is fried. I'm gonna have to fire it manually.
That's a one-way trip.
We all make it sooner or later. Better get going, 6. They're gonna need you down there. Listen, Reach has been good to me. Time has come to return the favor. Don't deny me this. Tell him to make it count.
God damn it. I'm watching this as I'm writing the script, and I'm fucking tearing up over this. According to records, George felt like his duty as a Spartan he outlived his purpose. He had lived too long, he had fought too many fights, and it's part of the reason that he was always putting himself in front of everybody. He was ready to be done. His time was served. So this sacrifice was really the perfect ending for George. He sacrificed himself for his home. And damn, does it fucking hurt. George, I feel like, was the most human of Noble Team. So having him gone... Also, I called it. Like, fucking Cat, your ideas gets people killed. Dude, that's how you lost Tom. And you lost George almost the exact same fucking way.
They're everywhere. Yeah, must be the whole damn Covenant fleet.
As we fall from space, we see that George's sacrifice may have been in vain as the Covenant Armada emerges from slip space. One of my favorite things about this game is the cinematics. They are always perfectly done in a way to hammer home the emotions you are having, as well as just being beautiful. When we land back on Reach, we have fallen near New Alexandria, and all hell is broken loose, but we are determined to not let George's death be for nothing. We begin to get radio communications saying that they are evacuating civilians. Normally this section would be a lonely walk of rage and solitude after the death of a brother, but luckily I have Noble 7 here, so it's not so lonely. Even though she's a little dense.
Kilo 40, request FPF sit rep. Negative 2-6. Corvette still coming. Copy 40, firing FPF 2.
We find the civilians and fight some brutes, killing no innocents along the way. And we link up with some Marines and begin moving to the extraction point. Moving through here, we begin to run into more and more brutes, mostly being unarmored at first, but brutes hit harder and take more hits. When I was younger, I had a little bit of a problem with them being here since they were not introduced until the second game, but it is plausible that they would have been on Reach. From what I could find, the idea is that the fleet would have had brutes involved in this invasion. While the brutes were looked down on as an inferior species and would not have been allowed near the sacred rings. We hold out against incoming waves and head up to the tower. On the way up, we find that this route is no longer an option and we have to move to a different location. As well as being told we are linking up with some ODSTs, and Noble 7 shows her high IQ.
Other side of the hall.
The ODSTs have some jetpacks for us, and we get a light platforming. And if you are new here, I suck at platforming in any fucking game.
Yep.
I'm not sure what it is about jetpacks and hammers, but I'm always for it in a game. Noble 7 murders me.
I spun off the edge!
We get yelled at by the ODSTs.
Here's the pad. Stand to that tower. Other side! Other side! Entrance is on the other side!
Did you just start spinning in circles too? That's a fucking... Other side! Other side! What the fuck other side are you talking about?
We clear the landing and see if our jetpacks can get us to the nearby ledge.
Get on board, Lieutenant. We've got civilians
The
that need
answer is
immediate
no.
assistance.
Nice art!
It was for research.
We hitch a ride and the music starts. And good lord, the soundtrack.
Showed up. Our fleet's scattered. Pulling back. Hell, we've all got orders to evacuate. Guess some of us just don't like leaving a job half finished.
Evac transport Delta 1-5 to evac dispatch. Loaded up, ready to go. Delta 1-5, this is evac dispatch. Copy that. Proceed at your discretion.
Midtown airspace is way too hot. Gonna take an alternate route.
The soundtrack was composed by Michael Salvatore and Martin O'Donnell. These two together do not miss, working together from 1997 to 2014. That is 17 years that they had bangers. Marty is the legend who shared the video of the first take of the Halo 2 guitar solo. These men have an uncanny ability to make this action shooter give you that dark fantasy feeling, giving this game, as well as all the Halo games, emotion with tracks like these. these two composers just don't miss working on the same Halo projects together, and we're going on to work on Destiny. Anyway, as we're in the gunner section, we hear the conversation between Command and a ship filled with civilians. The military is being pressed too hard and can't defend the craft, and the ship is blown out of the sky, adding to the hopelessness. Noble 7 and I are tasked with getting the AA guns up to give the ships a chance to get off planet, taking down the Covenant Corvette and allowing the civilians to escape. And we are able to get comms back up with Noble Team and having to break the news about George.
Copy. Repeat, this is Noble 2, Noble 6, Noble 5. Do you copy?
This is 6. Go ahead, Noble 2.
We picked up your transponder about an hour ago, but could not risk open comms. Covenant have the city sealed tight. We're getting nothing from George.
He didn't make it.
Understood. What's the situation at Starport exit?
The last transport is away.
All right. We're bringing you to us.
They send a bird to pick us up and we relink with the team. This game is really good about giving us moments of, damn, that just looks badass. The moment after they crash back to Earth, this moment where we step off the Pelican, just, he's so cool moments. And I feel like these aren't cheesy. We are given a Falcon and set the task of flying around destroying Covenant scramblers and help out any other Marine units that are stuck or pinned down. This section is very cinematic in my opinion. While flying around each of the buildings to the objectives, we see the city on fire and the Covenant torching buildings in the distance, getting into dogfights with Banshees and dodging enemy forces on random buildings trying to blow you out of the sky. The controls of the Falcon are also intuitive as well, making jumping in and out easy.
Noble 2 to Noble 6, you've got incoming tangos.
We've got jumpers! Clear to engage! Get some!
In one of the buildings, we find a Marine muttering to himself with a... I wonder if this is far enough in the video for me not to get demonetized. Here's the clip. Skip ahead about a minute if you are squirmish about people doing Harry Carry.
Schematics show alternate routes to either side, 6.
Oh god, I didn't sign up for this. Not aliens, man. That's it. I am out. Seriously, we're fighting aliens now? Innies were bad enough, now we got freaking aliens? Not me, man. I'm out. O-U-T, out. Let me tell you, whatever you do, don't let them bite you. I hear if one of those little ones bites you, you turn into one. Imagine it, man. We're all gonna turn into little methane-sucking freaks. They're gonna strap us up with tanks and have us fighting on their side. Not me, man. I'm out. They're not gonna get me. No way I'm turning into no squid-faced alien freak. I bet that's what those big monkey-looking brute things are. They're us, man. They're us, turned cubby and fighting ourselves, man. Oh, God. No way, not me. No way, no way, no way. Oh, God, no.
As sad as it is, I like its inclusion here. At this point, humans have only known about the Covenant for about 30 years. They were huge, scary aliens. They didn't know much about them, so of course scary campfire stories and rumors would have been spread among humans. True or not, that would and could break the mind of a soldier. And really, the rumors were just as scary as the facts. The Flood, even though we haven't encountered them yet, fate worse than death, the ability to unglass entire planets, jackals feasting on human flesh, hunters being an amalgamation of some worm-like creatures, it wouldn't take a huge leap of imagination to get where this man's mind was. And he states he didn't sign up for this. Which was true. The main concern of the UNSC was rebellions. Human-on-human conflicts, not monsters from outer space. It's just a nice piece of world building to me. After we get back to the Falcon, we hear this beautiful voice.
This is Gunnery Sergeant Buck. We live in the SDO.
Copy, Gunnery Sergeant. Go ahead.
Phantom's got one of my squad's paint. I need to take it out and evac my... Area secure.
Now, this doesn't have really anything to do with, well, anything, but I love Nathan Fillion. And I want a season 2 of Firefly. Buck is a nice cameo in this for me. I played ODST when it came out and Reach after, so it's cool to see him here, and again in later games. It adds cohesion to the overarching story of Halo games as a whole. We bounce around to a few more towers before Kat is found out by the Coveys, and we head back to her to get extracted. We meet back up with Noble Team. Kat is trying to get linked up with Command. When the Colonel comes through on an open line, Kat tells Carter to make it quick so the Covenant don't track us.
Not anymore. Hey, you made it.
It's a regular family reunion. Keep him. I gave him to you. I'll honor him my own way.
George always said he would never leave Reach.
The big man was sentimental.
He gave his life thinking he'd just save the planet. We should all be so lucky.
Colonel Holland, hailing us. What's he doing on an open channel?
Let's hear it.
In the southwest quadrant of the city. Over. Sierra 259. If you are receiving, I am authorizing override of radio security protocols to link with this channel.
40 million root guns.
Just lost Holland. What's going on?
Atomic excitement scrambled the signal. 90 million now.
Source?
Airborne.
Partway through the talk, they lose contact. So I looked up what a root gun was, because it sounded made up to me, and 40 million sounds like a lot. Then that moves to 90 million, I feel like I need to point out. Well, the radiation spike she was getting at 40 million root guns is equivalent to 2,000 Chernobyls. Jesus Christ. And then we get this line.
First glassing? Me too.
Oh, shut up, Kat. Is this your first glassing? Good lord, someone shut her up.
Sword base.
Sword? Covenant own it now.
Which is why they want us for a torch and burn op. Keep Dr. Halsey's excavation data from falling into enemy hands.
If it hasn't already.
Maybe, but according to Holland, the Covenant are still hunting for something.
Where does he get off calling a demolition a priority one?
Oh.
Oh. Yeah, Noble 7 has the best reaction to this. While I personally feel nothing for Kat, I do feel bad for Carter. His team is dropping like flies. Next we are back to Sword Base, now completely under Covenant control, for a torch and burn op, to make sure the enemy doesn't get its hands on any of Halsey's research. 6 leading a team of ODSTs in. We rip through their outer defenses, and we find a tank, blow up some AA guns. Pretty much everything we blew up earlier has been rebuilt. We fight in the Sword Base, meeting up with the team, and push into the halls while getting directions by a Uni AI.
Looks like they got themselves cornered.
Or were committed to the position.
Apologies. Coordinates revised. Please confirm?
Revised?
By an AI of unknown origin, whose clearance is well above my own.
Well, it's pointing us a click and a half east and 2,000 feet underground.
I didn't bring my shovel.
Got it.
Our revised route, Commander.
All right, we came this far. Your new AI friend tell you anything else, Dot? Dot.
She's been expecting you.
That's perfect.
Apologies for the unusual security measures, Commander, but the stakes demand it.
Dr. Halsey, casualty reports have you listed as...
Yes, well, as they say, news of my death has been greatly exaggerated. I only wish the same could be said of the rest of Noble Team.
We all do, ma'am.
It may please you to learn that the data module Noble 2 procured from Visegrad Station contained precisely what my scientist promised. A latchkey discovery. It has unlocked, at last, the secrets of this excavation.
Not sure I understand.
Your orders were a pretext to bring you to me and have been overridden. Covenant, your origin, at advanced beyond our comprehension until now. Thanks to Noble 2, the decrypting of its data is nearly complete.
Whatever we're doing down here, we better do it quick.
Have your data ready, ma'am. We're coming to you.
The decrypting process is still underway.
I don't think you understand. We're out of time. If it isn't portable when we reach you, it's gonna get buried.
I felt like this whole part of the video was important for two reasons. One, it shows the new purpose of Noble Team and why they were brought here, explaining the new stakes, not just Reach, but humanity. And two, a few hours ago, I realized my sister had never played the full story in this game. We had played 1, 2, 3, and ODST to completion. But in 2010, my sister and I had different living arrangements after a family tragedy, her moving to Oregon and myself living with my father. We had never played this game together, and she was experiencing it for the first time. And I didn't want to spoil anything for her. So we are set to defend the lab until the decryption is done. This equates to about 10 minutes of waves before we head into the lab.
What is this stuff?
Knowledge. A birthright from an ancient civilization. This AI is its custodian, and she has chosen you as her couriers.
Chosen? By an AI?
By this AI, yes. Her measure of you carries as much weight as my own, perhaps more. You are to take her to the UNSC shipbreaking yard in Azad. There, you'll find a Halcyon-class cruiser waiting to get her off-planet.
I understand.
Do you? Mankind is outmatched. When Reach falls, and it will fall, our annihilation is all but certain. Unless we can glean from this artifact a defense against the Covenant. A game-changer. On the level of the conical bullet in the 19th century, or faster-than-light travel in the 23rd.
And what if we can't?
An apt question, if there were somewhere else to place our hope. There is not. Take it, Lieutenant. She has made her choice. Do you have it?
Yes,
Say the words, please.
I have it.
Dr. Halsey, Noble 3 will escort you to Castle Base.
I require no escort, Commander.
June, make sure nothing falls into enemy hands.
I'll do what's necessary, sir. Good luck.
You too, Rifleman.
Please respond. Please respond. Sierra 259. You are alarming me.
Not sure how long she's gonna stay together. Skies are jammed up anyway. Gotta get you off her, Lieutenant.
Sir,
you don't want to hear it. Get the package to the Autumn.
Done.
So there's a lot going on here, and a lot of dramatic irony. We as a player know that AI is Cortana, and we as a player know that Master Chief is on the Pillar of Autumn. But the mission is simple: get the package to the shipping yard and keep it out of enemies' hands. Carter, being critically injured, kicks the last two members out of the Pelican and goes to buy time. Seeing how things are going, he won't be a distraction for long. This next section of the game feels like a frantic run to the end, cutting down Covenant in your path, using any and all tools you have and that can be found. And the Covenant are doing their best to stop you, going so far as to have a scarab target you.
Noble, you've got a
Come on, bro. We can get past this, sir.
No, you can't.
Commander, you don't have the firepower.
I've got the map.
Solid copy. Hit him on, boss.
You're on your own, Noble. Carter out.
Crevice to the east. Let's go.
And then there were three. I couldn't have said it better myself. Wait, I guess I am the one Never mind. Carter's death, while at this point an obvious outcome, still stings. He was the everyman, the Boy Scout, the good soldier, the perfect leader, willing to sacrifice everything for his mission and his team. With just ourselves and Emil left, we push on, getting to the platform where we are to drop off the package. Emil covering the Pelican with the AA gun nearby.
Good to see you, Spartan. Halsey assured me I could count on you.
Not just me, sir.
They'll be remembered. Cruiser, adjusting heading for the Autumn. Noble 4, I need fire on that cruiser or we're not getting out of here. Do you copy?
I have your window, sir.
Bridge, this is the captain. We have the package. Returning to the Autumn, over.
Copy that.
Hell yeah. Uh-oh.
I'm ready! How about you? Here!
Negative. I have the gun. Good luck, sir.
Good luck to you, Spartan.
That line of "good luck, Spartan" never doesn't hit me. We jump into the gun and shoot down the cruiser that is threatening the Autumn. We watch it take off, leaving us on a planet that is burning. We stand alone. Our brothers and sisters have fallen, but our mission is complete. We get to see the Autumn finding the first Halo, leaving off where the first game picks up.
Cortana, all I need to know is did we lose them?
I think we both know the answer to that.
But our story on Reach is not quite done, with one final objective: survive. Standing on a lone platform, waves of Covenant forces flood towards you, an unstoppable force against an immovable object. Your dependable armor begins to fail you, your helmet cracking under the stress of the firefight. Dead Spartans litter the ground, their fighting ending with a chance of yours to endure. I fall first. Noble 7 fights on alone. But this tale only has one ending.
Huh? Oh.
Whose fucking helmet was that?
It didn't take long for Reach to fall. Our enemy was ruthless, efficient, but they weren't nearly fast enough. For you had already passed the torch, and because of you, we found Halo, unlocked its secrets, shattered our enemy's resolve. Our victory, your victory, was so close. I wish you could have lived to see it. But you belong to Reach. Your body, your armor, all burned and turned to glass. Everything. Except your courage. That you gave to us. And with it, we can rebuild.
So for reference on my reaction, normally the helmet at the end should be your helmet, whatever one you had customized to this point. But for some reason, and I'm blaming the Master Chief Edition, it wasn't. It was the high score holder. Anyway, Halo Reach would go on to sell 3 million copies in North America in the first month, and generating over 200 million on its launch day globally, setting records for Bungie, as well as selling 350 million in merchandise in the first 2 weeks, scoring 90s and higher by critics, going on to win awards like Best Sound, Best Multiplayer, Shooter of the Year, Game of the Year, as well as many other nominations in other classes. What can I say about this game that I haven't already? To me, it's a beautiful goodbye from Bungie, the serpent eating its tail, the beginning at the end completing the circle. It was innovated, yet didn't lose what made Halo great. It reimagined, but held to the source. I did read the Reach book during the time it took me to make this video, and I understand why people have a problem with the game, but I don't. And playing it in 2025 was just as much fun to me as it was in 2010. We even played a little multiplayer and got smoked by people who haven't gotten off the game for 15 years. While I try not to do these videos with rose-tinted glasses, doing this video was a lot of fun, and it did make me feel like I was a kid again. So, is it worth playing in 2025? Yes, 100%. Is it worth the price tag? Well, the Master Chief Collection is $40 for all of the Bungie Halos. I think it's worth it. 5 great games. Is it as good as I remember? Yes. And I think this video shows my love for this game and the love that was put into this game by Bungie. This game also always reminds me of one of my favorite quotes as well.
It was actually Doyle who made me realize something I'd never thought of before. There's so many stories where some brave hero decides to give their life to save the day. And because of their sacrifice, the good guys win, the survivors all cheer, and everybody lives happily ever after. But the hero never gets to see that ending. They'll never know if their sacrifice actually made a difference. They'll never know if the day was really saved. In the end, they just have to have faith. Ain't that a bitch?
If you made it this far into a video about me ranting on a 15-year-old game, are you okay? But really, thank you guys. This video kept getting put off, and I appreciate all of you. The next video I put out will be the Red Dead 2 video, and I promise, keep an eye out for it. That, and I will be streaming it again shortly. To G2A, if you want to get a copy of Halo for yourself, that really helps out the channel. Yeah, I forgot to add in at some point, we got some sponsors in the form of some gamer supplements with Dubby, so check that out in the link below. Make sure you like and comment, all that normal stuff. And, of course, remember to stretch those wings. They'll take you somewhere, someday. Thanks for watching.
Good luck to you, Spartan.